Our story begins long before humans, in the ancient forests where a curious monkey discovers a pile of overripe, sun-warmed figs. Drawn by a pungent sweet aroma, the monkey tastes the mushy fruit and is surprised by a fizzy, tangy sweetness. Soon, a pleasant warmth spreads through its body, and it feels giddy, stumbling around in a carefree bliss. This was likely the first encounter any primate had with alcohol, a natural, accidental discovery. The forest itself had become the first brewery, and a primate ancestor, its first customer. This is the essence of the drunken monkey hypothesis. An attraction to the scent of ethanol may have been an evolutionary advantage. Fermenting fruit signaled a rich source of calories, packed with sugar and energy. The ability to detect and enjoy alcohol might have helped our ancestors find the most energy-dense food. This natural preference, developed millions of years ago, could explain why humans later sought out and learned to create alcohol. Our monkey friend didn't know the science, just that these special fruits made it feel different. All over the world, berries, apples, and palm sap left to ferment became nature's accidental brews. Long before any human brewer, nature was already making alcohol, waiting for someone to understand and control it. The secret of fermentation was hidden in plain sight, ready for discovery. What turned those figs into a monkey's happy hour? Fermentation, a simple, natural process. The main ingredients, sugar and yeast. Sugar is found in fruits, honey, and grains. Yeast is a tiny fungus, invisible to the naked eye. Yeast is everywhere, on fruit skins, in the air, and soil. Nature's invisible chef. When yeast finds sugar in a warm, watery environment, it starts to eat, breaking down the sugar for energy. As it digests, yeast releases carbon dioxide, the gas that makes bread rise and beer fizzy, and ethanol, the alcohol in our drinks. Imagine yeast as a tiny factory. Sugar goes in, carbon dioxide and ethanol come out. This continues until the alcohol level gets too high, around 15%, killing the yeast and stopping fermentation. That's why ancient beer and wine were relatively mild. For thousands of years, this was the only way to make alcohol. People didn't need to understand yeast, they just needed the recipe. Crush fruit, add water, maybe honey, and wait. Nature's yeast did the rest, transforming sweet liquid into something complex and intoxicating. This process brought people together, altering moods and sparking social bonds. Fermentation was both a mystery and a gift, quietly shaping human culture. The magic of yeast and sugar was the foundation of every ancient brew. Alcohol's journey began with this invisible partnership. The world's first drinks were born from nature's own chemistry set. Animals stumbled upon alcohol, but humans mastered it. Around 9,000 years ago, as people settled into farming, they began to intentionally brew. The earliest evidence comes from Jiahu, China, where pottery jars held traces of a mixed fermented drink: rice, honey, and wild fruit. Early brewers weren't just lucky. They combined ingredients on purpose, likely for rituals and gatherings. Alcohol became a cornerstone of culture, used in ceremonies and celebrations. Some historians even suggest the desire for alcohol drove the first farmers to cultivate grains, beer before bread. Brewing brought communities together, strengthening social bonds. Alcohol was seen as a gift from the gods, its creation a sacred mystery. The first brewers were likely shamans or priests, their recipes closely guarded. Fermentation was both science and magic, woven into the fabric of early civilization. The deliberate creation of alcohol marked a turning point in human history. As agriculture spread, cultures worldwide created unique alcoholic drinks using local ingredients. In Mesopotamia, barley and wheat became beer. In the Mediterranean, grapes became wine, each drink reflecting its land. Wine was a symbol of civilization for Egyptians, Greeks, and Romans, woven into daily life and religion. In Japan, rice became sake. In the Americas, agave sap became pulque, and corn became chicha. Every region found ingenious ways to ferment what they had, from palm wine in Africa to mead in Northern Europe. These drinks were more than intoxicants. They were calories, safer than water, and central to rituals and identity. Alcohol mirrored the landscape and traditions of each civilization. The diversity of ancient brews shows human creativity and adaptation. Every culture found its own way to raise a glass. For millennia, alcohol's strength was limited by fermentation. Yeast dies at about 15% alcohol. Everything changed with distillation, a revolutionary process that separated alcohol from water, creating much stronger drinks. Early alchemists in the Arab world discovered that heating fermented liquid produced alcohol vapor, which could be condensed into a potent spirit. The resulting aqua vitae, water of life, was seen as a magical elixir, first used as medicine and in remedies. Monks and scholars spread distillation across Europe, creating brandy and early whiskey. Spirits were initially medicinal, but soon people realized their recreational potential. Distillation transformed alcohol from a mild beverage to a powerful force in society. The invention of spirits marked a new era, one of potency, trade, and cultural change. Alcohol was no longer just a drink, it was a tool, a medicine, and a commodity. The world would never be the same. Distilled spirits changed the world, especially during the age of exploration. On long sea voyages, water spoiled quickly, and beer and wine didn't last. Spirits like rum and brandy, with high alcohol content, stayed fresh and could be mixed with water to make it safer. Grog became a sailor's daily ration. Spirits were essential for survival at sea and became valuable trade goods. Rum fueled the infamous triangular trade, linking New England, Africa, and the Caribbean in a cycle of rum, sugar, and human exploitation. On board, spirits boosted morale, but also caused discipline problems, forcing captains to carefully manage rations. Alcohol was both a solution and a challenge, vital for health, but risky in excess. Spirits powered exploration, trade, and even dark chapters of history. They were liquid currency, shaping economies and empires. The rise of spirits marked a turning point in global history. Alcohol's role expanded from ritual and celebration to survival and commerce. The world's thirst for spirits changed the course of nations. From a monkey's discovery to a sailor's ration, alcohol's story is deeply tied to humanity. It began as a natural accident, became a cultural cornerstone, and evolved into a global commodity. Distillation made alcohol stronger, transforming it into medicine, a tool for exploration, and a driver of trade. As societies grew, so did alcohol's complexity, celebrated in rituals, but also blamed for social problems. The rise of cheap spirits led to public health debates and early regulations. Today, alcohol is both a symbol of celebration and a source of concern. Its benefits and risks are debated worldwide, reflecting our changing values. The story of alcohol is still being written, shaped by science, culture, and society. From ancient brews to modern cocktails, alcohol mirrors our creativity and contradictions. Its journey is a reflection of ourselves, ever evolving, never finished.